Going live, scrolling. You're live! We are live! Friends, what's up? How are you doing? We made it. Finally, the live stream started. It's been a hustle. It's been terrible to get it started. The Windows won't let me. Welcome to the live stream. And in this live stream, I'm going to help you find a job in Canada. And I'll share you my tricks and tips and tricks as an immigrant too. And more importantly, I'm here to answer your questions. So don't forget to smash the like button if you're already watching. I see we have like 16 people. Woo! And we are going up. How many people are watching? Smash the like button if you just joined. So today I want to tell you a little bit about job search in Canada, and I think it's going to be useful whether you're already in Canada or you're just planning to come here as a new immigrant, or you are searching for a better job and you've been working here for some time and you want to just find out the immigrant perspective, what we immigrants think about job search in Canada and what funny things we find and how it works and some tricks. All right, I see more comments. GG, hi Igor, Loretta, hello. Hey, so many comments. Welcome to the live stream, friends. We have Yazid. Hello, Igor. We have, oh my God, I'm coming next year. John Wolf. Welcome. This is awesome. And it's definitely this live stream is for you. I want to start by saying that it's a little bit of a different process of job searching here. And if you're not yet in Canada, you should be aware of, there is this standard of resume. It's called like Western standard. So I've seen people sending me because I'm doing YouTube and people are trying to get jobs through me for some reason. I'm not an employer. I just help out with the tips and tricks sometimes, like this video or this live stream. So people send me their resumes with the passport number, with the name, with the age, family members, the gender and everything. Like, this is totally, they're not going to even consider that. Don't even send this kind of stuff. This is like hilarious. And you get even some people from, like Eastern Europe too, who send their, Eastern Standard resume. It's like a military code where you are like, you just put everything in such a way that I've been on this position, I performed such duties. For example, I'm, for example, a dispatcher. I've been on a position as a dispatcher, dispatching trucks, performed paperwork, doing end of day sheets, and you just keep on going listing like that. And that's not exactly how it works here. I'll tell you how it works in a moment. Let me just look at the comments. And guess what? I look at the comments and YouTube just deleted somebody's comment because someone was swearing. This is hilarious, guys. All right. Oh my God, it's too many comments. If you're here and you haven't smashed the like button, make sure you do that. Yazid, hello, Igor. Calgary TV, help me to get a job. You are super, Rana. Thank you, guys. This is awesome. Such nice comments. Hi, Igor. So glad to catch a live stream. Gail from Cape Town. Cape Town, that's awesome. I heard lots of good things about Cape Town here. Especially, I was watching that Casey Neistat, and he has, someone there. Okay, let's go. Let's keep on going. We have how much truck driver can earn there in Canada. I actually have a video about that. Just recently, I discussed it. Just check that out. I'm just double checking here because we might have some members here. All right. Depends on the province. Okay, I'm just searching for the comments, and then we are going to get back to the live stream. I'll tell you a little bit more about resumes. I'll tell you a little bit about interviews, and I'll tell you general job searching and the ways how you find a job here in Canada, and I'll also tell you the challenges, why it's so difficult to get a job if you're not in Canada versus being in Canada. I'll just explain it in a logical sense so you know why employers are so reluctant of sponsoring people sometimes. All right. If you have your own truck, how much you can make with your own truck? You can make a lot of money with your own truck. If it's a Freightliner, like, a big one, and if you get a good contract, if you're not working for some smaller company, if you have your own like line haul contract between cities, like if you get your own deal, it's difficult. That's the most difficult part, to get the contract. We have there's lots of Punjabi companies here. Lots of people from Punjab have trucks here, truck drivers, and they have some really good contracts. The way how it works is basically sometimes they would have a freightliner and they would agree with someone who has a contract, and they would pay the percentage to that person of what they make just because they get that contract. Or if you get your own contract, that's when you get your real money, and you can actually make tons of money, especially if you have a bunch of contracts and you have your own drivers, you have your own trucks, you have your own company. It's very good money. With your own truck, you can make $100,000 a year easily if it's a big one. But you also have to pay for the truck. It's expensive. All right, let's get. I'm just trying to. Hello from Egypt, Habibi, welcome. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about resume, and then I'll get back to the comments here. Resume, Western Standard. So, what you need to put into your resume is slightly different. So, you can put a picture of yourself if you really want to. It's not necessary. They're not going to really look at that. What people are looking here, and maybe it's just Alberta, they are looking for experience. How many years you did something? They look in which country you did it. Is if it's Canada, it's good. If it's other countries, they don't know. So it's how many years you did it, which country you were in, and if you have experience in Canada, you still have to put it in the right words. So Western Standard is you have to put numbers. For example, how much percentage of budget savings what percentage of budget you save for the company, how you improve the efficiencies, how much savings, how much money. People like the numbers here. It's more like showing off. People here in Canada, they like to show off, and it's you never know exactly, but people just inflate the resume so much and say such good things about themselves. Sometimes you're wondering if it's all even true. But all I'm saying is that's that's how if you go with that kind of resume in Ukraine, they might blow your mind. They might say, okay, you put such good numbers, congratulations. Now explain to me how you did it, and I want to make sure that it's all accurate, because words are all good. Which is, this is how you're going to get destroyed in Ukraine during the interview. If you start boasting too much about yourself, they're going to make sure that you have to prove that you are who you are. But here, it's like everyone is boasting. And if you are really humble, you're the one who is not going to get a job. So you have to be like, yeah, I'm the best. Well, no, I am not to be too shy, but yeah, you have to be the best. You have to sell yourself and say how better than you are than everyone else. Just think about it this way. Sometimes there are 50 people trying to get that job that you're trying to get, and you have to outshine all of those people. You have to stand out. So interviewer has to like not only your personality, they have to like your skills, they have to like your appearance. you know I'll tell you this: if you're going for a truck driver, like lots of people are asking for truck driver's position, you can come wearing your jeans and a t-shirt as a truck driver, or a sweater. That's I've seen truck drivers come in like that during the interview. It's normal. But if you're coming for an office position, don't dress up like a jeans and a t-shirt, because you are coming for an office position. So it happens. I've seen people even getting hired dressed up anyhow in jeans, but that's according to the role that they went to. If you're a construction person, nobody's going to expect you wearing a suit and a tie and a leather boots. In fact, if you go like that, they'll be like, hey, this person might be too gentle for the kind of job we are interviewing right now. But if you go like that to the office, you have to shine, you have to look professional, you have to look nice. It's like people look at the paper and then they look at you, how you walk through the door. First impression, nonverbal communication. It's like all fancy words, but in reality is that if they look at you and they evaluate you immediately on how you look, that's the first impression. So you have to look nice, shine, nice hairstyle, not like me here like that right now wearing a t-shirt. You have to look professional, and you have to have a nice appearance, so that first thing they're going to say is they see you, and if they see you and you're dressed up like garbage, then that's the bad impression, and the entire interview tone it might not be a good one, and you might not get that job. So make sure the impression is good. All right, back to the comments. So let me see, because I don't want to miss any members. I don't want to miss any super chat comments or anything like that. Give me a second. I just want to scroll back. All right, let's see. I study high school. Can can come to Canada, my work driver. Oh my God, man. I'll tell you this. Man, I'll tell you this. If you want to come to work to Canada, you need to be authorized to work here. So you can apply for PR, but you'll have to pass IELTS test. So make sure you improve your English for IELTS test, because you would need to get that one to get enough score for immigration. Even if you get your working visa, even if you get your sponsorship, you need English in this country, and that's going to you can be engineer, you can be the smartest person in what you do in your home country, but if you come to Canada and you cannot speak, you cannot express yourself, you cannot interact with people, you cannot take high paying jobs. And I want everyone to get high paying jobs in Canada. So you might be really qualified and all you need is English. Improve your English, man. I'm telling you, you'll get a way better jobs. I've seen engineers mopping floors here, driving taxi drivers, and doing all sorts of nonsense jobs just because English is not there. But the good thing is, once you're here, if you can get here, your English is going to grow exponentially. You start talking to people, you start working with people. It's just, you don't even have to study it much. You just have to know it, and it's going to come to you. You just have to get in here. It's like me trying to study English in Ukraine, where where people speak like this, and they don't really understand any English. So this is the serious problem, and this is how we speak in Ukraine, and the people think that their English is very good, and then you come to Canada, and then you're a little bit screwed up because it's tough. And then you don't understand what people are saying because you're used to your own accent, and people here are like, you meet an Australian person, you're like, what the hell did that punk just say to me? Was it even English? That was Australian. All right, let's see. Oh, they have horrible English in Australia. My God, I thought, I thought Britain had the horrible English. No, Australian has the horrible English. Difficult to understand, but once you get used to it, it's cool. And I actually love Scottish accent. So awesome. Okay, let's see. Someone is saying, "Hello, Igor. I'm your old subscriber on your YouTube channel. Can you please give me a job in France? My email." Come on, man. I don't give away jobs. I'm helping out find jobs. I'll tell you right now. I have a friend, and basically, I tried to recommend him to get a job, and he's going through the interview process right now. But it's difficult. It's difficult. It has to be like an opportunity. For me, for example, to recommend someone to get a job, I have to be working, and then I have to see the position being vacant, and then I have to recommend it to someone, and then there will be hundreds of other candidates, and then there is no guarantee that anyone is going to get. And that's like happens maybe once in a year that this kind of opportunity shows up. But as much as I want to help everyone, sometimes it's just almost impossible unless you have your own company. All right, Roger Constantine. Hey, who? I started reading your comment and it went away somewhere. I have ECA for university diploma. Do I necessarily need ECA for high school certificates? Do they add score to CRS? You don't really need, if you have university degree, you don't really need to prove your school, because it kind of cancels out each other. The dumb thing that can happen to you in Canada is that you come here with your university degree, you finish your immigration, and then you go for some studying, and they might make you do your school exams again. That happened to my friend Oleg. I used to work with the guy, awesome guy. And yeah, he had to go for trade certificate, and he had to go and do basic mathematics like multiplication and tables and this kind of thing before he could enroll. And he had to do his English test. So that was kind of awkward. But luckily, he is an engineer, and he wanted to do construction, and that's because, again, English. He doesn't have English. He's doing way better now, but he came here with no language. basically his wife sponsored him to come to Canada, and at home they speak Ukrainian, and he was not prepared. It's not like you guys. Sometimes, most of you are studying it hard, trying to get to a new country, or you're already born like in a country like, let's say India. It's like the most blessed country ever. You learn English, you talk English. I'm surprised why you even have to do IELTS sometimes. It's crazy. You go to Ukraine, it's like English, no speak English. This is Ukraine. Oh my god, we have like 100 people watch it. We have 24 likes. Guys, smash a like button if you're watching this. Don't forget, please. All right, let's see. We have Luke, TBH. Igor is talking about the English test, but French is also recognized. You are right, Luke. Absolutely. It's just that I don't know French, but French is also recognized. You can do your French test, and there's an entire province where people speak French. It's interesting country, but I'll tell you, be prepared that Canadian French is slightly different from French because it's a Canadian French. It's like the same thing, almost the same thing. It's a I had a French person from France who came to Canada, and I said, "So, what's your impression of Canadian French?" He's like, "Well, that's a little bit funny. It's a little bit different. Some words we no longer use, but they still use it in Canada. But we do understand each other." So, just be aware that Canadian French might be a little bit different. Just like Ukrainian Russian is slightly different from Russian right now, especially some slang in terms. It's interesting. It's interesting, but it's also recognized that if you know French, no problem. To be honest with you, citizenship ceremony is done, because I just recently did it. It's done in French and in English. Okay. You know what? I just went into comments and I forgot to tell you a little bit more about the interview process. Okay, let's get to the topic because I'm going to be answering comments all the video. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Mi amor, ¿qué pasa? Nito is here too. My wife is watching the live stream. Guys, interview process. I want to tell you. So let's start again. Back to the resume. You apply for jobs in Canada. Your resume has to be a Western standard. So if you don't know what it is, check out in Google, get some templates, see different kind of resumes there, and make it fancy. Make it look nice. If you have some designer skills, make it really interesting. Especially if you're trying to get into IT, I'll tell you this. Canada is a very developed country, and people like they like their video resumes. They like the website, all this kind of fancy stuff. But I'll tell you the reality is that I had a bunch of video resumes. I had a resume website before, but people don't know how to get there from my resume link. They don't know how to click on it, and there was frustration. I was trying to stand out, do what nobody else does, but I guess IT people, they're not that tech savvy. IT, the HR people are not tech savvy enough to find out that the blue thing on my resume is the link to a video where I introduce myself and my skills. So I would want to say in this video resumes are good, but the HR people, maybe it's Alberta, maybe it's Calgary, I don't know. They just don't understand. Click on the link, my face is there, watch the video. I don't know. Make sure you stand out. It's if that didn't work for me, it might work for you, but your resume has to stand out. It has to be in again, Western standard. They use software here, so they run a script like a application for HR, and they search for keywords just like Google search engine optimization stuff. And what they do is all the resumes go in, and your resume, if it doesn't fall to the key terms that they use in the job posting, just gets deleted. Just garbage. They didn't even see you applying. I know people in the comments are like, "Hey, Igor, I've been applying. Canada doesn't reply to me. What's going on?" They don't even see you applying. They don't even look. And in fact, some employers are so crazy, because I worked with many employers. I've seen people who just have like 150 resumes, and they just go and they're like, "Okay, click 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm going to interview those 2 people. That's it. Everything else garbage." They didn't even look at them because they didn't have even time. But HR people, I hope they're better than that. And that guy was the HR, he was the manager, he was the owner, so he could do whatever they want. But I'm just telling you, some chances are that Somebody's going to click on your resume just like that out of 5 random ones, and you're going to get it. And also the chances are that your resume don't even reach the person because they get through the software and the big corporation. They just got deleted. All right, resumes. Now let's talk a little bit about interviews. I'm going to double check the chat here because I don't want to miss a super chat. I don't want to miss our members. We have a couple of memberships, so I just want to make sure that anyone who signed up and everyone who signed up for membership, I don't miss those guys. All right, interview process. As I said, dress up professionally, be looking good, put a positive impression. I'll tell you this. I watched. There is a channel Alpha Man. The guy has something million subscribers. I don't know, but he has a couple of really good videos, inspirational for the interview. And I watched a couple of those videos. So it's basically you walk in through the door and you need to put some really good impression. So when you walk into the company, anyone can be potentially. It's from his video. I'm just telling you that I 100% agree with that, and I watched it 10 times before I got a one really good job in oil and gas before. So I watched it before I went there, and it worked. Basically, you walk in, you make sure you build good relationships with everyone at the front door, the next person. The reason is some companies are small, and some people at the door, they might have an ear of the manager who is hiring. They might be in connection with HR, and they might be the person saying, "Hey, this guy or this lady, it's pretty interesting. So how did they do?" or something like that. You can get a positive impression on more people in the company, higher chance you're going to get a job. So, like, don't stress out. What I do is, that hand sanitizer, like, that alcohol they usually have in every company right now in Canada, where you just put alcohol on your hand and you rub it to kill germs. It also kill sweat. So I put that hand sanitizer because I get worried. My hands, like, they shake, they sweat. I put that hand sanitizer, I rub it in, it doesn't sweat anymore. Now I will come as if like I do interviews every day. My hands don't sweat, my hands don't shake, and then I just fake confidence. I try to be really confident. And you walk in, you do a positive impression, they look at your resume. Now download those practice questions. There are a bunch of websites there online where you can download the questions they ask you on the interview. Basic one is, I'll tell you right now, every interview I went to, they asked me this once: why should I hire you? How better are you than why should I hire you? Out of all the candidates that we interview, why do you think you're the best? Why should we go with you? And you have to come up with an interesting story. And better you prepare it at home, because you don't want to be like, I don't know, well, I cannot judge other people. No, it's you want a job, you need to go over those people's heads. You need to get it. I have a friend right now in Canada. He's doing his permanent residency. So he wants to get his permanent residency. He has his working visa, and he needs a highly qualified job to get into that qualification skill, to get his experience, to get his permanent residency. And his days are ticking like that. And so far he has been doing unqualified labor, and that doesn't really count enough for the immigration. So he is going for an interview, and I'm saying you have to be like a shark. You have to make sure, like, you get it. It's your job. You go there, you're confident, you're the best out of anyone they interviewed. You have to be prepared like that, because chances are other people are not going to be as confident as you are, and they're not going to get a job. And also practice those stories at home. Write a script for yourself. Like, not like I write script for my YouTube channel. See, this is empty. This is my script for today. Write this story, practice it next to a mirror, or look at the phone, record yourself. I did that before interview, on the phone, on the camera, talk, try to impress a person, be confident, then watch your video. If you don't feel impressed with your video, maybe you didn't do a good job. Do it over again and do it like 3-4 times. And I'm telling you, your video production and your confidence is going to go up. Now you are going for an interview and you know how to say why they should hire you. Also, they might tell you this question, always they ask every time I go there: tell me a little bit about yourself. These two questions never change. They change other questions. And I'll tell you, interviews, the HR people, they are not prepared sometimes. They have no idea what to ask you. And sometimes you have to basically lead them into believing, into getting the job. So make sure, you know, you tell them a story, what you did, how you did it, and how the company benefited from you. And the last thing is, HR in Canada don't want to know about your immigration process. They don't want to know that you want to get this job because you need to get your permanent residency. For them, it's like a red flag. They're going to hire you. You get kicked out of the country. They was a valuable employee that they spent thousands of dollars and years in preparing. Don't tell them that until you get a job. Don't talk about, oh, I need this job for my immigration. Nobody cares. They don't care. They are not going to hire you if you say that. Don't say that. Say, I need a job and I'm going to stay here. I'm going to do my best. Make sure you tell them you're going to stay there. The last thing the employer wants is to hire some person that is overqualified for the job, that has a huge ambitions, that is going to get the job, work there for 3 months, and then get a better job and leave. They don't want that. They want the person who is going to work there for many years and not leave the company. So if you're getting that job, you have to tell them, I'll stay there, I'll work with you, and I'm willing to grow within the company, and I'm not leaving. Even if you're searching for other job, never tell that you're going to leave the company. Don't do that. Never say anything about immigration unless it's your friend who is offering you a job. You knew the person for many years, and they're fine with that you're doing it for immigration and everything. But otherwise, it's a stranger from Canada. They don't know immigration. They don't know a single thing how it works because they never did it. They only know something about news and political views, and they don't know it. That's it, period. Unless they have friend immigrants who told them stories before. All right, I'm back to the comment section. All right, we have so many people watching this live stream. Smash the like button. Don't forget that. Oh my god, I feel ashamed of myself asking to asking people to remind you to smash the like button. Give me a second. I want to see. Did I miss any super chat? Did I miss any super chat, guys? I don't think so. No super chat missed. It's good. Because the good thing is for super chat, they YouTube sent me an email saying that they added like 20 more countries. This is kind of cool. I just saw a Russian comment here and I wanted to translate it into English. 1 second, I'm going to search. Oh, what did I do? Okay. All right, Mara. Привет, Igor. It's hello, Igor. Thanks for sharing valuable information of your channel. Highly appreciated. Mara, thank you. You know, Привет, Igor in Russian. It's so cool. Let's go. You probably know because there is it's not a Google translator. This is good. Thank you. All right. Let me see more comments. I have basic French. Okay, brother. Give me a second, guys. I'm just reading through. I'm just trying to find some good question. Thanks for the reply. What do you think of the future Canadian immigration plan after 2021, after 1 million immigration? You know what? I'll make a separate video to do that. Give me a second. Where can I? Roger. Okay. Give me a second, Roger. Okay. I will 2021. I'm writing down your comment. I'll make a separate video on that. This is good. All right, guys, I'm just reading through the comments again. I like your video. Please say my name. Towi.exe. TOWI.exe. I said your name, man. All right. I see more people. Hello, Igor. Look at the comments also, please. Man, when I look at the comments now, I don't know where to find your comment. Hey, follow up from 2015, maybe one shot out, please. Hey, I follow you from 2015. Rian Dika. Shout out for Rian Dika. This is awesome. I'm going to put your name in the comments too. All right. Guys, I'm just checking through the comments more. Cool accent you got, dear. Thank you so much. I am coming to study computer science in University of Lethbridge. Is that a good university? I heard good things about that place. It's a good university. Any university in Canada you do is pretty much good. There were only very few occasions where some colleges were not as great. All right. I told you about the resumes. I told you about the interview. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the job search. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of links here. Give me a moment, guys. So, first job search website, my personal favorite where I search is indeed.ca. I'm just putting it in the comment. It's not sponsored by those guys, but you should know that's a cool website. You can actually download an application and have your resume as a PDF saved on your phone, and you can just go and apply there, like quick submit applications. If, of course, if you don't want to put a cover letter, so there is an easy option. You can literally, you can literally sit at your workplace. I don't encourage to do that, because if somebody catches you, but you could literally go on your phone and just click apply, 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 apply. If you're lazy, and lots of people are, including myself. But I'll tell you that sometimes cover letter matters more. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if you cover letters. Yeah, I'll tell you this: people read cover letters and everything, but sometimes to get a job search is the best option you can get is a recommendation from somebody who is working for that company. So I'll tell you this: some companies who are screening, they have a tick mark if you have a reference from that company. Sometimes they just screen by that reference. So sometimes they just have a filter there. They use a software. Hey, give me a second. I have Mr. Asif who insists on us. Please tell me about international conference. What? Conference visa. Please reply it. International conference visa? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I know about the visitor's visa and this kind of things. Let's talk a little bit about more job search. So one of them is indeed.ca. Then there is a huge website. It's a job bank Canada. That's where if somebody is doing an LME, for example, for someone, how it works is that employer has to put advertisement on a job bank as well. Woo! We have someone in the super chat. Give me a second. I'm going to read your super chat, and then I'm going to put one more. I'm going to put one more. Give me a second. I'm going to just put this link before I forget, and I'm going to go back and answer the super chat. Oh my god, Workopolis. All right. Thank you for the great content, Igor, Gail, Jones. Gail, thank you for watching. This is awesome. Gail, I've seen a bunch of your comments on the previous videos. It's awesome. It's awesome seeing the same subscribers commenting on different videos, and it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure making videos for you guys. It's thank you so much for watching this ones. Gail, it's awesome. It's awesome that you're on the live stream too. I just put the workopolis.com. That's another job searching website. So the more job websites also LinkedIn. I don't know if you use it. You should be. I'll tell you this secret. Hopefully nobody from my future employers are going to watch this video about LinkedIn. I don't really like it that much, because for different kind of jobs, sometimes you have to tailor your resume, and every person who is from HR who's going to train you, they're going to say you have to tailor it. So if you are going to change the field of where you work, and if you don't want to get the same kind of job but you want to in a different field, you have to put applicable skills from your previous jobs. And that's what I don't like about LinkedIn, is that you can tailor your resume, but for that specific position when you apply, but your LinkedIn is going to still be tailored under the old position, and everyone checks it. I've seen HR checking Facebook pages. I've seen HR checking LinkedIn. Can you imagine going to a Facebook? It's so cruel. You see you see a person on LinkedIn, professional tie and everything, real estate, and like a real business professional. You go to his Facebook page, he's on a table laying upside down with the beer over his face, or half naked. Be careful with social media. Don't post bad stuff on Facebook, and be careful with your LinkedIn profile, because HR people, they do this kind of stuff and they don't say they do that. But it was like I just found out that they do while I was working somewhere, and they said, "Hey, I went to this guy's LinkedIn profile. There's some creepy stuff going on. I don't know if he's a good candidate." I was like, "Come on, that's so unfair." All right, Gail, thank you so much. By the way, one more time, thank you for watching this live stream. Does government accept most of the Iranian refugees or not? Please, I asked multiple times. Mahid, accept Iranian refugees? I don't know. I'll tell you that there are so many Syrian refugees here in Canada. I see lots of people from Syria right now who go to refugee status here. And what's the difference, Iranian or if you're a refugee, you can apply, you can go through the process and see if they accept. I cannot really answer that question really because there's like Canada is a nice country, a really nice country, and actually helps out lots of people, including refugees. But you just have to go through the process. It's not about where you come from. It's not about which country you're from. People start thinking at some point that immigrants coming here from Europe would be separated from anyone else or from Asia. They put them. No, there is no such thing. They don't put anyone into bracket. If you're qualified, if you fall through a certain category, if you go through a certain program, if you have the skills, so there is no like racial, gender, or cultural or any kind of this kind of things are not acceptable in Canada. So there is no bias on that. It doesn't matter where you are from. If your circumstances fall according to the program and what people are looking at, you can get into the country. There is no such like Canada is way more advanced country even than in this sense even more advanced than America. I see two Americans just left the live stream. I'm joking with you, friends. I have so many subscribers from America. I don't want to offend anyone. I went to the States. It's awesome there. Nice people. I've been to Dallas, Texas. Really nice people. It's cool. Like it's like Canada but warm. It was cool. Dallas, Texas had so much of diversity and Tex-Mex food. Mexican food there is so good. All right. Give me a second. I'm just going to look back through the comments because the live stream is already like, 37 minutes. My God. Few more things about job search before I answer more comments. Give me a second. I just saw some comment in Ukrainian and I lost it. I'm a civil engineer in Ukraine. I have Ukrainian diploma. What I need to do if I want to work as a civil engineer in Canada. Okay. I'm going to, Yuri Gusti, I'm going to answer your question while I'm going to be answering about job search in Canada. To work as a civil engineer in Canada. Well, I'll tell you, okay, job searching in Canada. So you have those websites that I already sent, like LinkedIn. I'm going to put them in a live stream chat one more time. Live stream, Workaholics. Workapolis. What the hell? I don't know. What? Why? Why did YouTube ban my comment about LinkedIn? That's strange. Hey, this is my live stream. Edit and try again. YouTube is banning my sending the link as if I'm spamming. This is my live stream, YouTube. Are you crazy? Indeed.ca. So you apply through those websites. Now, job searching can be stressful. Again, they delete your resumes. They do all that kind of nonsense. They don't even look through them sometimes. Main thing is never give up. Keep on applying. Now, reality of a job search in Canada. I'll tell you this. So I worked in many companies here. For example, there would be, it's like I cannot say certain things in Canada because I have to talk about my previous employers and I cannot talk about my current employers because I don't want that to influence my job security. So I'll tell you this: in my previous employment situations, is that people would this way, you run a business, you're the company owner. Say you own the company. You own the company, all the assets, all the contracts, and there are people working for you. And you're a businessman. You have your company that's running every day-to-day operations. Let's say, I don't know, let's say you're delivering propane. There are like, I used to work for a propane company, so I'm going to tell you about propane now. I used to work for a company that delivered propane, and there's like million companies. There's Super Safe, there is Superior Propane, there like there is like a Blue West, and there's a bunch of companies that do that, and you are hiring for, let's say, a driver or a dispatcher. Let's say a driver, okay, and you're like accepting resumes and you need a driver. So what happened is your driver quit from work, just walked out, slammed the door, said, "Screw you, I'm not working for you, I don't like you, I'm stressed out, done." This is how lots of people in Canada quit. Slammed the door, walked out with the middle finger up, and that's it. I'm not working for you anymore. Now they have one truck sitting around. They have 10 more drivers who are driving around, and he was the 11th guy. Now they don't have the 11th guy. The 10 guys who had an 8-hour day, normal day, now they have to work more to cover for that guy. Customers are pissed off because they don't get their service the same hours they used to get. Drivers are pissed off because they do more work. They have to work 12-hour days now, some of them, and they want to be at home with their families. And you're trying to hire someone real fast. And you're accepting resumes. Now you get a resume, someone from Canada who can just walk through the door and start working, or you get a resume from someone from Ukraine who you have to sponsor. You have to go through LME, okay? So labor market impact assessment going to take you 3 months to get it. You have to spend $1,000 to do that, and then you sponsor a person to come to your place who is going to do the job while you're sponsoring that person. You need someone like right now, you need someone who walked through the door. You're like, okay, I like you. You're a good guy. Now I need you to I need to see you have driver's license. I need to see your background, criminal background, drug checkup. Weed is legal in Canada. Drugs, in a certain way, recreational drugs are legal in Canada. But as a driver, it's not legal because you have to be sober while driving. So you are not allowed to do that. So if you want to get that job, you shouldn't be taking that. So you get that person from a check through background, criminal, drug test, everything. You get that person hired. What happens if you sponsor someone from another country? You sponsor that person for 3 months. There is nobody to do work. Then the person takes another 2 months to get to Canada. Then the person comes to you and starts, "Oh, I don't have the license to drive the truck." You have to get Canadian license. That takes time. Now you have to. But it's a huge headache. And employers, they're like, why do I need to do that? Why do I need to sponsor anyone? So shortly saying is that there are few ways why employers would want to sponsor you and they would want to hire you, is that either they can get someone from another country who said, "Okay, I'm going to do this job for minimum wage," a really highly qualified job, like an engineer that has to make, like, I don't know, $80,000, comes to Canada and is like, "And okay, I'll sponsor you, but you work for me for $15 an hour, right?" Well, Canadian government makes sure that does not happen at all. So what they do is this: they just say, if you're bringing someone from another country, they have to make more money than Canadians are making. They have to be paid more money than people in Canada, and you have to prove that you couldn't find anyone in Canada. So that's the difficulty. It's close to impossible to get a job outside of Canada because employers have to go through so much of headache, and why should they? And it's not Dubai, it's not Saudi Arabia, it's not Qatar. They don't give away work visas like in Qatar, for example, where you get a job and you come here. You come here on a working visa. It doesn't work like that. Canada has like limitations, like pull over. No, the employers cannot just say, "Hey, I want to hire you." Now, if you were Canadian and you were to get a job in the US, and because it's that NAFTA and all those North Atlantic trade agreements that Trump is trying to cancel, but we'll see if he does. He likes to talk a lot. I hope he doesn't. But if you're from Canada and you get a job in the US, it's way easier to get that H-1B visa. Okay, it's way easier because of those international agreements. So international agreements, yes, but overall, very difficult. Woo! Almost 45 minutes, guys. Let's do this for 5 more minutes, and I have to run. Let's see if we have any more super chat or we have anyone from membership. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone from membership because we have some members. I don't know if they are on this live stream. This is kind of an awkward thing when we have 60 something thousand subscribers and we have only under 10 people in membership channel right now, and it's like you never know if those guys are going to show up. I hope they do because I want to answer some of the questions. This video was actually created through the poll on a membership channel. I put the voting process and they voted for it, but I don't see anyone here. This is awkward. Okay, ZT Canada, very good topic and explanation. You are very good doing this live, Igor. Oh, thank you, ZT Canada. Thank you so much. This is awesome. It's cool to see good comments. I also do a lot of these vlogs and I'm inspired by how good you are. Honestly, my God, man, ZT, you're going to get me blushing now. I'm going to check out. You know what? How can I check out your my? It doesn't let me check out your channel, but I'll definitely check it out after the live stream. This is cool, and I recommend others. This is cool. Law firms, okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm reading through the comments. So you got the point. Not easy to get a job. Resume Western Standard. Interview process, you have to impress. Job searching is not easy. You can still do it. IT people, engineers. There are lots of talented people in this live stream. Not like me. In the comments there, you guys have lots of degrees there, lots of backgrounds, and some qualifications are really in high demand in Canada, especially in medicine, especially in like if you medicine is crazy in demand in Canada, and you can be like filthy rich. Like I would probably never be if you do medicine in Canada. And there's so many of qualifications where you can get sponsored. The problem with me is I did business, and yeah, I did business. Everyone does business, and Canada is not. For some reason, I don't know why Canada is not like US. Like in US, business professions are valued more. In Canada, it's like medicine, and it's free for the citizens, but the doctors are charging the province, and that's a different topic. But lots of money. All right, Zeti can give me a second. Looks ignoring. Amir, you're not replying. Law firms. Amir, I don't get your question. Law firms. Law firms. Amir, okay, law firms. What about them? Law firms get lots of money. Lawyers retire closer to 45 years in Canada. You know what's retirement? It's awesome. You're 45 years old, you're still young, and you don't have to work. Okay, lawyers, they make more money than they deserve in Canada. I'm telling you seriously. I don't know why they're getting paid so much. Yeah. I went to a lawyer because I needed legal advice, and then I walked out because it's cheaper for me. I had law education, a little bit of legal education in Ukraine. So I know what I need and I know where to find it. I don't need a lawyer, especially when they charge $450 for 1 hour. $450 for him to sit down with me and said, yeah, this is what we are going to do. Just give me some advice. Listen to me and chat with me for 50 an hour. And they say you're going to get some valuable information out of it. For $50, I'm not giving away like that. This is crazy. I think they are overpaid here. Seriously. But I'll tell you this: if you are, if you're smart, and I think I'm smart a little bit sometimes, when I don't do spontaneous Amazon purchases, then there are legal aids, companies that provide legal advice in Canada for free. So go there, just say, hey, I'm not making that much money. I can't afford a lawyer. Go there. There are some people who just graduated. They are lawyers. And they're just trying to get some experience, and they're doing this kind of pro bono thing for free. All right. Ads inserted. What? Oh, okay. It's working. Perfect. Guys, How much? You know what? I'm just let's answer a couple of more questions. We had so far about 200 people turn over here on this live stream. Guys, if you're watching this until now for so much time, like this video and share it. Please see my second question, Mr. Asif. I see your question. Let me see, Mr. Asif. Where is your second question? Tourist visa. I'll tell you. I can make a different live stream for tourist visas, guys. I need some more questions about. I need some more questions about job search. What do you want to know about the job search in Canada? Northern immigration rural pirates are out. Can you do a video about this? Okay, I'll do this. Northern immigration rural. I'll do this. Mr. Give me a second. Tal Panet. I'll do this. Program. Perfect. I'll get a video for you guys about that one. This is also to see your live streams. Danny Sin, привет, hello, Jack. I'm making pretty good money Italy as a software engineer. If you have experience in computer and physics and you can solve algorithm, you get to go. It's a lot of money, believe me. Oh, absolutely, Jack. It's absolutely IT people make good money, and it's good what you're doing. Software engineer, it's amazing. That's what I wanted to do, but I'll tell you this. There was something weird happened to me when I go into university. My parents said, "Oh, Igor, we don't want you to be a software engineer." I said, "Why?" "Well, you're going to spend your entire life sitting on computer and looking at your computer, and you have to have some other job where you don't have to stare at the screen so much." Guess what, mother? That's what I do full time. I'm not an engineer, and I still stare to my screen every single day at my workplace, 9 hours a day, and then doing YouTube, I stare for another 4 hours a day. Yeah. All right, guys. Oh, this is awesome. We had so much of nice comments here. I'm going to be ending this in next 3 minutes. Give me a final comment, guys. I'm searching. Let me see for the members again. And for the super chat, anyone in the super chat? Igor, are there any localities in Vancouver? Wait, where is the consultants? Are there any consultancies help find jobs? Sandeep, perfect question, man. I'm going to end this video by answering your question. There are consultancies. There are lots of them. There are recruiters, bunch of companies who are offering this kind of service. So what they do is they help you find a job in Canada, and what they do is they get paid like a month's salary, month worth of your pay, sometimes 2 months in one payout from the employer. So it's not Qatar, it's not Dubai. You don't pay them. If somebody tells you, you pay me $10,000 and I'll get you a job in Canada, that's probably a scam. You don't pay people. It's probably you're going to pay your money and they're going to steal it. So they get paid by the employer. They help find people. They're headhunters, they're recruiters. They help employers find the right position. They would represent you. They would try to get your interview. They might interview you themselves to have you in their database. And then they see positions opening. They recommend you. And if the employer says, yeah, we like this candidate, they come to an employer and say, okay, where's the money, honey? And they get paid for hiring you from the employer. It's not deducted from your pay. It's not you don't pay anything for it. The employer pays for you. Which kind of consulting agencies there are? There are big ones like Randstad. There is a big one like there Manpower. There's Kelly International, I believe. Am I right about that company? I'm pretty sure there's like hundreds of them, and there are bigger ones and there are smaller ones. There are HR people who just start doing their own thing like that by trying to recruit. Okay, guys, I'm seeing so many questions where people are worried. I'm going to please see my question. What do you do for a living? Finish the video with your own experience. Danny Sin. Danny. All right. Danny, did you smash the like button? I'm answering your question. Oh, guys, this is awesome. I work in logistics right now. Right now, I work with truck drivers. I help building the runs. I work with customers. I basically help out drivers. I tell them where to go, what to do. I plan their days on what their day is going to look like, how many customers they're going to be servicing today. I've been working in different industries with different products and different services in logistics, but I've been working with truck drivers a lot. Truck drivers, cube van drivers. Right now, I have the most interesting industry. I've been working with the industry where the drivers are basically carrier services. They were delivering from for Staples Canada. Right now, they're delivering for Amazon. But I left that company when they got the contract for Amazon. I used to work with banks. I used to deliver their documents, T4s. I worked with pharmacies, delivering morphine, delivering drugs to the pharmacies, basically planning all the logistics. I worked with propane, so delivering propane, working with truck drivers, propane deliveries for cylinders and for huge tanks. And that's a really health and safety industry. Right now, you can guess, I'm working with garbage trucks, and there are so many types of them. Basically, what happens, people in Canada dump a lot of stuff. People in Canada dump lots of food. Can you imagine like people dumping 5 tons of meat, 5 tons of beef? Basically, stores. Can you imagine that? It's how many cows are there that they didn't get to sell. They went bad in their garbage and they need a company to pick it up. So, what the recycling industry does is they would pick up that meat, they would take it to a recycling facility, and they would process it into fertilizers and sell it to the farms. So now it can be used to grow stuff on the farms. And it's really interesting business. It's really interesting industry. Plastics get recycled, garbage goes into landfills, and Canada is huge in this, and Canadians do create lots of waste. And I think that garbage industry is probably might be even bigger than oil industry, because oil industry goes up and down. People in Canada, the population grows, the waste grows, people get wealthier, people get more rich, they produce more waste, and they don't know what to do with it. They pay people money to go and pick it up. Once you own a house in Canada, if you want, I can make more videos about housing. You've probably seen a couple of already. You own a house, you need to pay for a garbage pickup because you don't want it sitting there. So yeah, it's a huge industry, and lots of people, lots of things going on. And in Canada, you can actually get a ticket if you mix up garbage. So you have to sort garbage. Recycling has to go into recycling, garbage goes into garbage, food doesn't get mixed with recycling or garbage, food goes into food. Okay, just you have to sort it, take care of the environment, don't scrub with the landfills. You might get a ticket if you don't. All right. So this is what I do for a living. I work in logistics. I'm a PMP. There's my PMP certificate, the project manager. And I've been trying to get away to project management, but for some reason I'm stuck in logistics. And I know so much about logistics, so I'm stuck here for probably for some time now. We'll see. We'll see. The ultimate goal, you know what I want to do, guys? What I'm really passionate about, that I like logistics, I like business, I like lots of stuff like that. But what I would really like to do is I would really like to do an awesome video. Like, I have some ideas I want to do, but because of my day job, I don't get time to do that. And I really want to do something really cool here in Canada and show you that. And I had that idea for some time, but it's just like I can find time. It's crazy. Life in Canada is so busy, and plus I'm going to be moving. I purchased a house. Now I'm going to rent out my apartment here. I might even do a house tour, apartment tour. We'll see. Just it's just a lot of mess because I'm going to be disassembling furniture and moving real soon. And by the way, if you're in Calgary, oh, Gail Jones is commenting again. Gail, I see your comment. Hey, this is awesome. I see your comment. Your email, please. What are you going to do with my email? I have so many emails. I can barely even reply to half of them. All right, guys. Whew, I lost my breath. Can you imagine talking like me for 1 hour? Oh my god. Need some more coffee. I used to hate coffee before I came to Canada. In Canada, you have to take coffee. You live off it. Right now, the weather, let me show you. The weather is so good. This is my patio there. The weather is so good. It's actually plus 10. Are the trees? That's like a big highway there. That's my this is my insulation foam for YouTube. My cat keeps on tearing it down. Guys, we did it. 1 hour. Oh my god. Don't leave this video without smashing the like button, guys. Leave some more comments, even if this live stream is already ended. This was live. For some people who keep on watching this channel, they think that this is not live, this is not real me. I met one of our subscribers yesterday at work. Man, if you're watching this live stream, you didn't tell me your name. It was awesome seeing you. He was there and he was like, Igor, Igor. I was like, are you watching my YouTube channel? He's like, yeah, guy, give me 5. This is so beautiful. It was amazing. He was working with the company that works with our company, and it was like, it's so cool because people think that I'm not real. I'm here. I'm alive. I go to work just like everybody else, and you can meet me on the street in Canada at any time. All right. We'll see you soon, guys. Woo! Have a good one. It's awesome. Where is the... Oh, there is no button to start this live stream. Stop because... Okay, I'll have to just keep on going. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye for now. Bye for now. Oh, okay. Yay!